가봅시다. 490 2연승으로 막판 2연승으로 490까지는 올렸는데 진짜 튕기지 마라. 하루에 한 번씩은 꼭 튕기더만 기분 잡치게. 디그로 한 번의 기회를 더 주갔어. 우리 파랑이 이쁘네. 롬레이. 나 해볼만한 상대. 아싸, 안 튕겼다.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. MLB The Show brings you Diamond Dynasty Baseball. It's the Blues taking on the All-Stars.
근데 10승 3패야. 잘하는 애구만. 뭐 이 시간대에 맨날 다 저런 애들밖에 없어.
We got a couple of All-Star teams squaring off. First pitch coming your way next. All right, ready to get underway. Brian Reynolds here.
롬레이 오랜만이야. 바로 8일. 바로 8일.
The center fielder.
뛰는데?
Brian Reynolds.
A line to kick the pitch. This is off the plate, and we're underway. Down the line towards the corner. Haniger makes the catch. One down. So digging in, Freddie Freeman. Good contact guy, good defender. The wind and the pitch. And ball one. No score, just getting started. Top of the first. Swing.
Hey,
that's strike one.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
The 1-2. And a ball evens the count.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Next offering is down low.
갔다우. 넘어갔다우. 넘어갔다우. 아우, 잡히네.
Well, that's a great effort just to get to that one, and an even better one to take on the wall and hang on to the baseball for the out.
Ray back to work. And first offering is fouled off. And he deals. Not even close there. And now it's even 1-1. Back to the mound. That's a hit.
역시 파랑이.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Cedric Mullins.
The right fielder.
Way inside, and that hit him.
Cedric Mullins.
Josh Bell at the plate now. A switch hitter batting right.
The
First pitch, not close.
Josh
Crash
Bell.
over at second. Mullins on at first with two down. The next offering misses, and it's 2-0.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter. Luis Robert looking for a big hit with 2 out, runners at first and second. 2-0. Anderson. To first,
Nice
and he beats it. Everyone's
throw.
safe. 2 outs, bases full. Stepping in the long ball threat, number 5. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Yeah, I'm
네,
surprised we didn't see a
안녕하세요.
visit from the pitching coach here, just to remind him, focus on the hitter, don't worry about anything else.
The next pitch misses, and that's ball 2. At the belt and fires.
아, 아깝다.
Bogarts drifts towards it, puts the squeeze on it, and that is that.
아깝네요. RF 1루. 오케이.
Bottom of the first, and the batter now, Ronald Acuna Jr.
그래도
He is
어제
quite an
시즌1
athlete.
가시고
I mean,
한 게임 더 했거든요. 490까지 올리고 잤어요. 오늘 안 튕겼어요. 첫 판인데 안 튕겼어.
you look around the other sports, basketball, football.
네,
You feel
상대가
like you
잘하는
can thrive
애네요.
in one of those sports too.
10승 3패.
The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Ronald Acuna Jr., a guy who burst on the scene in 2018. He was only 20 years old, and he is one of the great talents in baseball right now. Kicks and fires. Acuna tries to hold up, appeal to first, and he went around according to Clyde Washington. 1-2 now on Acuna. Fought off foul.
아우, 벌써 알투질이니? 나 시간을 다 엄청 끌게.
Looks like he
네가
wants the
알투 잔다
signs again.
그러면 나는 시간 오래 끌게.
And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. The 1-2. And a foul ball, he
급할 거
stays
없다.
alive.
비매너에겐 시간에 대한 벌칙을 주도록 하겠다 앞으로.
Righty delivers. Now one missed. The wind of the pitch. And count on
이렇게.
strikes. One gone here. Now it's Randy Arozarena.
Left fielder, Randy.
Well, who would have thought Jacob deGrom as a college shortstop and then a 9th-round pick by the Mets was going to turn into this good of a pitcher? Back-to-back Cy Youngs in both 2018 and 2019. Comes up empty on the swing. 0-2 now. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted
스윙이
it
안
right past him.
되는데.
Here's Rafael
That is
Devers.
good.
This
The
guy has
third
turned
baseman,
into a
Rafael
beast. And here it comes. And first offering is fouled off.
Yeah, Boog, just incredible. You look at that benchmark of 200 innings, comfortably over that in 2018 with 217, and the sub-2 ERA, just impressive at 1.70 to lead the league.
Smoked on the ground a second. Throw on to Freeman, and Devers is set down. And that will end the inning.
이루스 에드먼으로 하고 있어요. 수비가 좋아서 좋네요.
Back at T-Mobile
어제
Park, here's the power
조시벨은
hitting
데뷔
catcher,
타석에서
Jorge
홈런.
Posada. This guy's kind of a unicorn in today's game of baseball.
데뷔 타석에서 홈런. 나갔다. 상대가 벽을 느꼈네요. 네, 비매너 새끼 알투지를 그냥 꼬박꼬박 하더라고요. 1회부터. 알투질은 시간을 끌면 돼요. 시간으로 대응해 주겠어. 디그럼 생명 연장. 자. 하... 1루를 못 보잖아. 오늘도 엣지 먹은 라이브가 없네. 힐러만 먹었네. 다시 한번 갈게요. 자, 최고 라이팅 기록을 깨보자. 힐님 아직 랭크 시작 안 하셨어요? 아, 우리 파랑이 이뻐. 이번 생성 능력치 사기예요. 거의 컨택 평균이 118은 되는 것 같아. 게리콜 좋았어. 게리콜은 나의 밥. 야, 근데 얘 트라웃도 있고.
Hello, baseball fans.
첫 시즌 안 하시려고요?
Dynasty baseball on tap tonight. It's Los Angeles going up against South Korea.
그럼 이벤트 하시나? 배틀리얼이랑? 야, 32승 21패.
And now,
First pitch coming at you right after the break.
4년의 경험자군요.
Korea Blue.
Okay, all set to go. Here's Byron Buxton.
Leading off for Los Angeles, the center fielder, Byron Buxton.
짭 트라웃이 아니고 진짜 트라웃이라 무시했대.
That one off the mark, and that's how this game gets started.
배로를 많이 하시나 보다. 알투지라면 내 시간 끈다 그랬지. 어?
And he steps off. So here's Scherzer. Lifted in the air out to left. Puts the squeeze on that one, and there's one down.
Good
빠른
pitch. He
공에
just kind of had
속도를
him out
맞추고
in front on that
있고요.
pitch away and wasn't able to stay close.
잘 친다.
Now it's going to be Cedric Mullins.
Mullins.
The pitch.
이게 너무 수준 높게 잡고 계신 거 아니에요?
Scherzer deals. And it's even up. No score, just getting started, top of the first.
이제 알투지 안 하네 얘. 그럼 다시 정상 속도로 가줄게.
Next pitch is downstairs.
야, 이걸 안 친다고?
Inside. And a full countdown. On the ground, right side. He'll do it himself. 2 quick outs at the top of the first here tonight.
통과는 훌륭한데.
Pretty amazing athlete this guy is.
야,
Power
잘.
and speed, quite a threat. I mean, you're talking about someone that could steal you a bag and go deep. Bo Jackson, anyone? First offering misses badly for ball 1.
He's like Mike Trout. You figure whatever you put in his hand, whether it's a bat, whether it's a golf club, whether it's a basketball, he can do it and get it done. And a rare talent, so much
여전히
fun.
빠른 볼 노리는군요.
Next pitch is
아,
inside.
선구안 진짜
And it's
좋다.
2-1. Out to short, Pratt.
우리 파랑이
Rolls
실버가
across the diamond.
됐어요.
Third out, and that ends the frame.
저는 이제 비메더한테 짜증 안 내고 시간 끌기로 하도록 하겠습니다. 알투질 하는 새끼한테는.
Bottom of the first. And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Ryan Reynolds singing. He's a
게리콜 밟아주겠어. 99 9589 84.
guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Oh, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see
아,
how hard
아깝다.
it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the
우리
outer
모두
half,
매너
those
게임을
are the
합시다,
ones that
여러분.
become elite.
The third
Freddie
baseman,
Freeman up to the
Freddie
dish.
Freeman.
The wind to the pitch. Hit well, right field, way back.
역시 프리만. 바로 홈런. 빠동하죠.
He throws a pretty hard slider, but when it doesn't break, it's just like a good fastball to hit. And right there, eyes got big.
게리콜은 안 돼.
And now he's getting high fives in the dugout.
게리콜은 진짜 해금용이라고.
And the batter now, Ace Pratt.
자, 우리 파랑이.
Right-hander back to work.
The shortstop, Ace Pratt.
Buxton racing over to make the catch. 2 outs, base is empty.
Batting fourth.
Digging in, it's the
The right
speedy
fielder,
outfielder, Cedric Mullins. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive
달려.
side that I think the speed factors in the most. And he's got a double. And now the switch hitting first baseman
Batting
Josh
fifth.
Bell.
The first baseman,
On the ground, right side. The throw to first, inning over.
빠동.
New inning getting started. Standing in is the power hitting second baseman, number 7.
아, 얘 생성인 것 같은데. 그죠? 생성 2루수네요. 얘도 키우다 말았다. 그냥 다이아 펑만 꼈나봐요. 그래도
the
이쁘네요.
second baseman, number 7.
And a pitch. Swing and a ball popped up. And makes the grab. And there's one away. At the plate, Corey Seager. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. Scherzer winds, kicks, fires. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays,
야,
Chris. And it's
게스팅
huge
한다
when you
이거야?
don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup. And I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
2-1 now. Scherzer deals. Fouls one off.
역시
2-2.
저쪽에 게스팅 보이죠?
One down, base is empty. And he hits a ground ball right side. No play. That's an infield
아,
single.
버튼 잘못
So
눌렀어.
next, Jose Ramirez.
Batting sixth.
He has,
The third
as
baseman,
they like to say,
야,
light
제
tower
실수입니다.
power. Not a big guy, but a big swing. And thunder in that bat. First offering misses the mark.
아,
This one's a
굿샷.
rocket to right. Way
아,
back
잘
there.
치네.
Gone.
고!
When
굿샷.
a guy's got a real hard fastball, you can't overswing. All you've got to do is get the bat
아,
hit to
호세
the spot.
무서워요.
If you do, he supplies the
설마 이거 17림 아니에요, 이거?
jog around the bases like he did right there.
어? 17림 아니야?
Here's Josh Bell.
아, 실투는 가차없네.
The right-hander back to work.
19. Josh Bell.
수비의 실수의 여파가 이렇게
Just a
이어지네요.
slow ground ball this time. On the run, sends it over to first. And there's two down.
나레스.
And now it's the catcher, Gary Sanchez.
Gary
Big time power. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller. Good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. And that's
잘
down.
친다.
A base hit. 2-out base hit keeps the inning
아,
alive.
얘 잘 치네요.
And at first, now at the plate, Garrett Cole.
The pitcher, Garrett.
그러면서 R2G는 왜 한 거야?
And
어?
that will get out of play.
You come into the game knowing that unless the ball's in the
야,
dirt
이렇게
or
잘
gets
치면
by
되는
him,
건데.
we're probably not going to
어?
steal anything today. So that's where you want to get a little more
서로
aggressive on your
피곤하게
secondary
말이야.
lead and hope that some base hit.
Well, we'll hold that thought as that's the third out, and we'll end the
잘했어.
inning.
멋졌어. 루시아. 야, 씨. 근데 어떻게 사람들 실수로 이렇게 안
Back here at the
놓칠까요?
ballpark. Now here is number 5.
Leading off for the Blues.
Well, I'll say this as a former position player and base stealer. When you come into a game and you've got a guy like this behind the dish with a big arm, you really have to change your
실수 안
approach.
놓치는 거
Can't try to
사람들
steal
보면
because you'll
약간
get thrown out.
디렉이란
Maybe get a
느낌이
little bigger
들어.
lead, be aggressive on the secondary, but this type of guy shuts the running game down.
0-2 as he waves at that one.
Boom, that's cheddar, baby.
야, 공 끝까지 보지 말아라.
Next pitch inside, and the count is 1-2.
역장 가자.
On the ground. Seager fires over to first, and quickly one away in the second.
Deceptive slider right there, stayed in the tunnel a long time, got that hitter out front, rolled
아니,
over.
느낌이 있죠. 저도 부정 볼 수는 있는데
Pitch.
아까 걔는 저처럼 선발 나갔다가 얘는 선발 투수 구수질 다 파악하고 왔어요. 얘는 투 스트라이크 때 딱 하는 거야.
Tommy Edman at the
그럼
plate.
냄새가 딱 나죠.
And a pitch.
The second baseman.
Just off the
뭐 한두 번 하는 거 갖고 뭐라 그러지
Well,
않지.
Garrett Cole is sort of a
나도 뭐
throwback guy out there on the mound.
체력 확인할 때는 보잖아요,
Classic
가끔.
power
구원
pitcher. He's
투수들.
going to attack with that fastball, move it all around the edges of the
빠졌다,
zone.
달려!
And when he has to fill up the strike.
Now this one stroked to right center, and that should be extra bases. Posada around third.
아,
Tag and he's out.
29가 엄청 느리구나.
Next to hit, Max Scherzer. The
Batting ninth.
pitch.
The pitcher,
Swing and a miss at 99
아,
miles an
무리했다.
hour. Cole, of course, the first overall pick by the Pirates.
29가 저렇게 느릴 줄이야.
2011 draft out of UCLA. And really, the throw in time to get him, and that does it. Welcome back. And now the center fielder, Byron Buxton. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about
와,
is
이렇게
defense.
처음부터
You
이렇게
think about that
하잖아요.
great arm.
I
난
also think
시간 끌
about the
거야.
speed. If he can get on, that's going to
이거는
give
부정
one more
확인이라고
thing
볼
for
수가
that
없죠.
pitcher to think about.
And he'll step off and take the signs again.
30 몇 전을 한 놈이. 아, 천천히 가자 우리.
And before the pitch, he steps off. Scherzer.
얘
back
전적이
to work.
50전인데.
And that's a strike.
It's good speed at the top
야,
of the order
너한테는
here. You wanna
시간을
get it
존나
on, see if
끌어주겠다.
you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
Now a step off the rubber to reset.
그렇지, 그렇게 해야지. 아주 잘하고 있어.
And the right-hander deals.
갖가지 비면 행동 나와야지.
And now it's even up.
잘하고
The
있다.
only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
The pitch. That's down and in.
아, 이거 취소가 안 되네.
kicks and deals. And it's filled up.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Swing and a miss. Velocity blasted it right past him.
이만호에게 시간
And now the right
응징을.
fielder, Cedric Mullins.
Cedric
Grounded out his first time. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. And he deals.
Boog, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
That one misses in the dirt. And a ground ball to first, and foul ball. Scherzer ahead 1-2. And that one almost got him. Stays alive.
저 떨리.
2-2 now.
아우.
Just misses with that one.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the three-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
아, 아깝네 이번에.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2.
성구안이 정말 좋아요.
And the righty deals. And he walked it.
아, 저기 안 들어왔어. 성구안
Now
좋다.
batting, Mike Trout. Singing, you gotta appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful.
발투지 유저에게는 시간
And I would say
겐세이를
that most great defensive
이번 판은
outfielders, it's
재미없으니까요.
kind of natural. There is
딴
some
방송
work that
보시고
you
오세요.
can do to it to
네,
improve your
철저하게
game,
시간
but
끌어 갈 거예요.
ultimately you either have it or you don't.
이제 나 혼자 열받지 않겠어.
And he swings and misses at the initial offering. In the dirt, but kept close. Nothing doing. Count moves to 1-1. Mullins stands at first with one out. Next one is
야,
on the plate.
성광은 근데 진짜
And it's
좋은데.
2-1.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial gold glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
That one down the line, and it goes just foul. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play
아, 저기 안
baseball as a
들어가네.
kid. Righty to the plate. Here goes the runner. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Runner goes again. Out to short. Crash. Sends it across to first. Got it. Runner stays out of the double play by going on the 3-2 pitch.
the batter.
이
And here's
시간은
the cleanup
금지.
hitter. Number
최대한
7.
오래
This guy
해줄게.
makes great contact. One of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
이번엔 뭘
He's got such quick
해줄까?
hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to
직구를
the plate.
노리고
There's a good
있는데.
chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently.
Runner at second. 2 down. In the air, left field. He gets there to make the play. A nice running grab. And that is that. As we go to the last of the third. Stepping in, Ryan Reynolds.
For South Korea, the center fielder, Ryan Reynolds.
And a pitch. And there's a ball. Swing and a miss.
아, 아깝다.
And the count even at 1.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
2-1 now. That misses the zone, and that's ball 3.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
The pitch. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
자,
Here comes
2사1루
Freddie Freeman up to hit. He's already
1회
homered in this game.
1 홈런 쳤던 프리만.
Freddie
And the pitch.
Freeman.
아, 아쉽다.
Buxton on the move as he glides back. And there's one
아쉽네요.
down. And now
우리
it's gonna be
파랑이
Crash.
Now batting.
He's 0 for 1. This is a true 5-tool guy. Not very many of them out there, but when he's on the field, you can't take your eye off of him. The pitch. Buxton has this one sized
고르네.
up. He's got it. 2 down. And here is Cedric Mullins, a guy who makes an impact not just at the plate but also in the field. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
The other way. Trout
아,
makes
잘
the catch,
맞았는데.
and that'll do it.
아쉽네요, 이거 봐.
And welcome back. Now it's the shortstop, Corey Seager.
Leading off
지금 R2질 유저라서
the shortstop.
제가 시간 끌기로 복수해주고 있어요. 이번 판은 보지 마시고 딴방 가세요.
And it looks like he wants to go through the signs again. The wind of the pitch. Just off the inside edge.
He needs a quick 1-2-3 this time around. Last
아, 여기 한번 노리고 있는 것 같은데.
pitches.
한번 가.
And that
인생 뭐
one
있어?
fouled off. Left-hand batter waits. Good eye right there.
아, 변화가 전혀 안
Definitely a swing
통하는데.
and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
To the right side. Dives and he can't hang on. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. That's the first out in the top of the 4th.
The batter.
Now it's Jose Ramirez.
Not only can he hit the cover off the ball, he's got a great eye as well.
The wind of the pitch.
와,
This is
씨.
drilled to center. Way back there.
아,
On
이거
its way,
진짜 시키는 것
and
같은데, 이거?
gone.
야, 조세호 잘 치네요. 인정.
He got on play with that
깔끔하게
high
하면 되지.
fastball, and look
어?
how his bat stays
이렇게
in the
잘
zone
치면서
for a
말이야.
long time. Absolutely
굳이 뭐 R2질이 필요한가? 나이스 샷. 야, 이거 실투가 아니었는데 저봉을 넘기네요.
Base is empty, 1 away.
아,
Next is switch
아깝다.
hitting first baseman Josh Bell.
어쩌스.
Grounded out his first time.
Bell.
That one
아.
ripped right center field,
아우.
and it's out of here.
잘한다. 직구 타임은 잘해.
Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind
우리
of thing that
수호자
can really
할배.
fire up a ball club.
잘 쳤네요. 나이스 샷.
Gary Sanchez at the plate, and he's already singled in this game.
The catcher, Gary Sanchez.
In today's game, you look at exit velocity as a measure of process, and if guys are hitting the ball hard, eventually the results usually follow.
얘 또 비면에서
Gary
시작됐니?
Sanchez, he is a guy that hits the ball
얘 홈런 두 방
hard.
쳤다고 깜짝되는 거야?
The 1-0.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
And that one hammered. This one's got a chance.
냐냐.
Pulls it in on the warning track.
저런 비면에겐 시간을 빼는
Garrett
응징을.
Cole will hit next. Fly to right his first time.
Garrett
어차피 게임 플레이 시간 많은 사람이니까. 왜 또 하지 왜? 또 깜짝대지 왜?
Looks like he wants the signs again. The right-hander back to work. A swing and a soft liner. Edman makes the catch, and that'll do it.
나도 홈런 치면 돼? 까짓거. 뭐 어렵나?
Back
게리코리.
here at the ballpark, bottom of the fourth, and here's the first baseman, Josh Bell.
This guy's a threat from
the first baseman.
both sides of the plate.
Bell.
And the first pitch misses for ball
3점
one.
금방이다
Well, after
너.
putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
The 2-0 is in for a strike.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Next pitch misses outside.
1-3.
And that's ball 3. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock.
나이스 안타. 자, 응징의 시간이다.
So digging in, number 5.
The left fielder.
Here comes the
number
pitch.
5.
That
Albert
just misses. And that's ball 1.
Pujols.
아, 빨랐어.
Bell on at first. Nobody out. Next offering is in for a strike. To third might be 2. Quick feed to second for 1. And it's a double play.
병살이 되네. 투구 스타일을
Here's the
바꿨어요.
catcher to hit. Jorge
나가긴
Posada.
잘한다.
When he steps into the batter's box, the comfort level looks so high. It doesn't matter what kind of delivery that pitcher has, what kind of velocity, what
아깝다,
kind
이번에.
of secondary stuff. He is so settled in there. He owns the home plate area.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Foul ball.
아, 이게 느리냐.
Lined, and that's a base hit.
오늘 부사다 웬일이야. 2안타 낮추고. 우리 포영.
So 2 down now, and here
Down
is
back,
Tommy
second
Edman.
baseman.
The pitch.
Tommy.
That one
Edman.
fouled off. 0-1 now. In the air, left side. Trout is there. And that's the inning.
아, 아깝다. 홈런구장에서 단타를 치고 있으니.
We go to the top of the 5th, and stepping in is the speedy Byron Buxton. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list.
어우, 시간도 3분 30초 다 탔네? 2분 동안 쉬었다 갈게요. 왠지 다렉인 것 같아요. 예. 디렉을 기차게 하는 듯한 느낌?
And you played behind guys, and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. And a pitch. Oh, now this one's blasted deep to
잘
left.
쳐.
Way back there, on its way and out of
인정,
here.
인정. 약간 디렉빌이다.
Looks like this guy was looking out
잘
over
친다.
the plate, but he was ready to
디렉으로
turn
잘
on
쳐도
the
잘 치는
inside
거죠.
fastball. So direct to the pitch.
야,
Absolutely
직구는
blasted out of this
예술로
ballpark.
친다 진짜. 408.
Now the number 2 hitter, Cedric Mullins.
아이고 또 기뻐.
The right fielder, number 31. Cedric.
Line to
하행.
kick the pitch. Oh, and
Wow.
now this one's crushed. This one's on its way.
나이스인데.
And on.
야, 이거 잘 쳤다.
For a pitcher, the
야, 이건
odds are in
빠진
your favor
공이었는데?
to keep that breaking ball down. That time he got punished for it. Hitter just did a really good job of staying within himself and getting the
잘
barrel to
쳤네요.
the baseball.
Here's Trout.
야, 저 공을 퍼펙트로 때리네.
Now batting.
잘했어, 잘했어.
Now time called. Pitching coach coming out for a meeting as 2 relievers continue to throw in the bullpen.
인정, 인정.
Jose Alvarado.
아, 이렇게 잘 치면서 굳이 RTG를 할 필요성이 있니?
Tons of movement.
Well, at this point in the ball game, we're
Huh?
talking about middle innings, and
그냥 해도
a
잘하는구나.
little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
And he deals. And first offering is fouled off. That one ran inside, almost got him.
Mike Trout, just a special player, a special human, does everything well on the baseball field and seems to do it as well off the field.
Kicks and fires. Stays alive.
오, 나왔다.
Next offering misses. It's 2-2. Foul ball there. Hard hit left side. Whips it to first. 1 away. That ground ball may have him back on track after the homer.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
And here it comes. Number 7 in the box with one away as he takes one there for a ball.
아, 7초 후에 변경되는구나.
Right field down the line, and that
이게
one
7초에 변경돼. 1,
slices foul.
2, 3.
Next pitch misses. 2-1. Still only one out here in the inning. And a foul ball, he stays alive. 2-2 now. Stays alive. The pitch. This one drilled to left. No
That's
doubt
it,
about it as they add on more. Gone.
아, 자기님,
That pitch was intended to stay inside, but it leaked out.
자기님.
Hitter waited on it, and he connected just perfectly.
Seager stands in now. Now time is called here.
Now batting.
Pitching coach on his way out to the mound.
Corey Seager.
아, 한 타자 더 사용해야 되는구나.
And a pitch. Just missed. Pitch misses. Now 2-0.
2-0 count, great hitter at the dish. If you're going to miss, you've got to miss outside the zone. You miss inside the strike zone, you'll be asking the umpire for a new baseball.
And there's 2 away. Two outs, base is empty. Here's Jose
아,
Ramirez.
호세 무서워.
It's interesting. He plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Aroldis Chapman comes in to take over, and we'll see how he performs in this situation with his team down big.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
And it's fouled away. Next offering is in for a strike. What about him playing another position on defense, one that
호세는
would
내가
require a little more
파워로
range?
잡는다. 아,
Absolutely, and I think if
아,
push came
진짜
to shove
호세 진짜
where
잘
they had to
친다.
make a move during a game, it surprised a lot of
타격은
people. You
인정.
might even be able to put him in center field.
매너는 또
Josh Bell, the next to hit.
Josh
He swings and fouls one off. Now the 0-1. Ramirez leads off first with 2 down to the inning. The 1-1 is cut on and missed to the pitch upstairs. On the ground to short, and base hit. Throw stops
이게
the lead
맞네.
runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. So first and second with 2 outs. Gary Sanchez digs in now. Swings through that one. 0-1. That misses the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. And now the lefty swung
아,
out, belted. Way
어,
back
이러다
there.
이거 콜드캡 당하겠는데?
And it's gone. Home run.
잘 친다.
Garrett Cole getting ready to hit.
now batting.
왜 빠들 안 해?
Your attention.
일껏 잘 쳐놓고.
Now coming into pinch hit.
Luis Robert now.
Luis Robert.
Now time called. Pitching coach coming out for a meeting as two relievers continue to throw in the bullpen. Joe Nathan gets handed the rock out of the pen. He's being eased into the game here with the bases empty.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitting, Jim Tomey.
아, 짐tom이 4.
And next is a pitcher that can swing
원체 잘 치네. 30초밖에 안 남았네.
Jim Tomey. And a pitch. And that one just misses.
야, 저기
Ball
나왔어.
and no strikes. Swing and a miss. That's strike one.
I'll tell you what, he's embarrassed right now. Never swings at that kind of pitch, especially that early in the count.
Line drive.
오, 먹었다.
Makes the grab. And
아,
that is that.
엉망의 오해. (19689)
So a pinch hitter
Your attention,
in the
please.
pitcher spot.
Now coming
Rafael
into pitch
Devers.
Rafael Devers.
Pitch. Oh, now this one's high and deep.
Damn
Way back
ball.
there. On its way, gone.
깡.
I love the approach as a pinch hitter right there. Don't let him steal a strike on you just because you're coming in cold off the bench. If you get something to handle, jump all over it. And he was on that one. That's a big boost to the dugout.
426핏 103.2마일.
Here's the center fielder, Brian Reynolds. The pitch.
The center fielder, number 10.
And first offering is fouled off.
Brian Reynolds.
And the right-hander deals. And strike two.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
아우, 씨, 아깝다.
Right-handed reliever. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
아, 다 볼이었어.
Mullins pulls that one down, and there's one away. So up next, Freddie Freeman. 1 for 2 with a solo home run back in the first inning. And the pitch. Swings here and blasts one left field. That's back there.
아유, 아깝다. 아깝네요,
Stepping in,
아까워.
the slugging shortstop ace, Crash.
우리
So
파랑이
you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. 2 down, nobody on.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner.
어때,
That's
속았다.
impressive.
Puts the squeeze on that one, and that'll end the inning.
덴버.
So Josh Hader gets the call to the mound. Big deficit here, but he's still got a job to do.
Hader.
Welcome back. Here's Byron Buxton.
Leading off with the Blue Rods, the center fielder, Byron Buxton.
And a pitch. And that's downstairs and outside. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1. The 1-1. And that's through there for a strike. The punch out there. And he's down on strikes. for the second time today.
The right fielder.
And now, Cedric Mullins.
Cedric
The pitch.
Mullins.
Swing and a miss.
Filling up the strike zone hasn't been the problem so far. It's the quality of the strikes. That's been the real issue. And you look at the first inning, that's what we saw. Too many pitches out over the plate.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's his second strikeout.
Now
Here's Mike Trout. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. Two outs. Into center and a base hit. So man aboard, and now number 7.
number 7.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Good speed on the base pass. He handles the bat very well. I wouldn't be surprised if the skipper puts on some type of hit and run or a run and hit.
That misses. 2 balls and a strike. And a swing and a line drive at a right field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that's the 3rd out.
아, 잘 쳐, 상대방. 모두 나쁘진
And
않은데.
welcome back. Here's a speed threat. Cedric
Leading
Mullins.
off for the Blues. The right fielder. Cedric
Trying it. Back to work.
Mullins.
He was late there. Strike 1. That one pushed foul. The next offering misses. 1-2 to count. Next one off the plate inside. 2-2. 2-2. And they get Mullins for the out. 1 away. Josh Bell at the plate now.
볼에 눈이 나가요.
Josh.
Here comes a pitch. Ball 1, no strikes. Next offering
아,
is in for a
들어왔어.
strike. Next offering is foul back. Next one misses, and it's 2-2. Righty delivers. Stays alive.
아, 저스트레이트야. 아깝다.
And he makes the catch. 2 down.
아깝네요.
2 outs, base is empty. And now here is number 5.
Albert. Pujols.
And the right-hander back to work. Brings it in for the 3rd out.
이해 느리냐.
Top of inning number 7, and here's Corey Seager to hit.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely. Try to hit the ball out of the park. Do what he loves to do.
On the mound now, Billy Wagner. He comes in with his team trailing by a bunch, so he'll try to keep it where it is. And a pitch. And a foul ball. Wagner, he's known at least in part for his changeup, and it's not just about changing speeds. He gets some serious movement. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Safe.
아니, 포사들 뭐 하는 거야, 수비. 야, 저걸 저렇게 걸어간다고? 야, 저걸 저렇게 걸어가도 돼요? 포스가?
Now here is Jose Ramirez.
야, 이씨.
The pitch.
야, 호세 너는 깊이고 잡는다.
And that movement is, I mean, really what makes the
아니,
difference because a
내가
hitter can
똑볼
know the
던졌어도,
changeup is coming and
어?
try to time up his rhythm to connect, but when it has that late movement, you miss the bat.
포수가 공이
maybe you get off the
빠졌으면은
end.
뛰어가서 잡을 생각을
Racing over to
해야지.
make the catch.
이 새끼 이거 걸어가는데?
Practice, these outfielders get about
지금
10
가장
minutes
비싼
on
놈이?
balls. In the gaps, they practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Bell in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Bell brings it in.
아니 당연히 유저를 하는데 당연히 똥볼 던져야지. 정직한 물 던지면 어떡해. 왜 이래 나라님 초보야? 어? 야, 빨리 더시 하자고 일로 와. 그리고 약은 먹었어요?
And there's a foul ball. Seager, the runner at first with 2 gone. And that one almost got him. On the ground to third.
야, 이씨.
Into the
아,
outfield
저걸.
base hit.
저걸 못
They
잡는다고?
stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
이해
So
불가수비다.
now here's the pitcher, Lake Trine.
Your attention, please.
For
야,
Judge,
저지까지
he's
3할
really
10푼 우리야.
developed into more than just a
내가
power
확실히 잘
hitter.
치긴 잘
He
친다.
covers the plate well, shows impressive awareness of the strike
내가
zone
잘
to
치긴
boot.
잘
That's
쳐요.
critical, very important. If you want to be one of the best to ever play, it can't be all about hitting
잘 치긴
home
하지만
runs. You have to have plate
비매너이기
discipline as
때문에
well.
최대한 시간을 소진하겠습니다. 아니 이렇게 잘 치면서 굳이 비매너짓을 해야 돼? 진짜 알 수가 없는 종족들이야.
Liam Hendricks out of the bullpen. And this guy can bring it velocity-wise.
Hendrick.
Here is Aaron Judge. And he swings
오,
and
몰랐는데
misses, and it's
좆될
nothing to
뻔했네.
1. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. First and second, 2 down. Next offering is in for a strike.
들어갔다.
Started after the 1-2
Ah.
pitch, appeal to first, didn't go. Smash to the left side. In plenty of time.
나이스.
First, Judge out of the play. That's the 3rd out.
7th inning stretch.
상대가 워낙 잘 치네요. 하지만 비매너. 오타비노다. 야, 상대방을 오랜만에 만나는데.
Back here at the ballpark, set for the last half of the 7th. And now the catcher comes up to him. Jorge
The
Posada.
catcher. Jorge.
First offering, misses the mark.
상대로 만난 오타비노 어떨까요?
Next pitch is inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Next one off the plate inside. And now 3-0. Next offering is foul back. 3-1 now. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on the tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
And he deals. And a foul ball.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Could be extra bases. Digging it out of the corner. Trout hustles it back in. Runner holds at third. It's second and third to start the inning. Pinch hitter coming on. Kyle Tucker. Great RBI chance with second and third occupied. Nobody out. And a pitch. In the air on the infield. Ramirez puts it away. 1 down.
Well, that's a frustrating at bat right there. Big opportunity and just missed it. I know he wanted to do some damage. Next guy will have to pick him up.
The pitch. Reynolds looks at one outside there. Second and third here. One away.
나이스.
Base hit. One run is
자,
in.
1점 복귀.
Throw comes in and holds the runner at third. They're at the corners now with still only one away. Freddie Freeman up to the dish.
아, 아깝다.
And first offering is fouled off. And the righty deals. And he dodges that fastball.
넘어갔나요?
The tag gets it.
야, 이게
And it's a
죽었어?
double play to end the
야, 이씨. 이게 죽네. 아쉽다. 이게 죽는군요.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. Rob Dibble. Ready to begin the eighth, leading off Byron Buxton. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Now you see even sluggers from time to time try and use the bunt really as a way to beat the shift.
근데
And that one
Oh,
fouled
다행이다.
off. The 0-2. Just off the
야,
inside
저걸.
corner. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Righty to the plate.
루킹.
Struck him out. And that's the first
루킹이
out.
아니라
Digging
쌈지.
in, it's the speedy outfielder Cedric Mullins.
Cedric Mullins.
The wind of the pitch. Check swing, but he went too far. It's 0-1. And there's a fly ball deep right field.
하늘이 싣고 한국인 같냐? 어글리 한국인? 그거 같지 않아요? 빠던해줄게.
Most times it's the pitcher looking at the
김현호지만
scoreboard for
잘했어.
velocity, but in this case it's the hitter. He just turned around triple digits at the dish. I don't even know how he saw that pitch. Maybe he didn't, but he got a home run out of it.
One out, base is empty.
Now batting.
And now batting, Mike Trout. Year in and year out, this guy an MVP candidate. That one drilled left field. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. He's in at second with a one-out double. Here's the second baseman, number 7.
Now batting. Number
Pitch.
7.
Ooh.
잘 쳐. 아, 조편님 안녕하세요. 얘 잘 쳐요. 근데 역시 매너가 또 똥이야. 최대한 시간 끌어주면서 하고 있어요.
Next offering popped in the air, right field, and there's 2 down.
굳이 저렇게 비매너질 안 해도 잘하는데
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little
진짜
bit.
정신
Couldn't
상태가
quite
이상한
barrel
사람들이
out enough to
많은
really
것
drive it.
같아.
Shortstop.
Seager stands in now.
Seager.
That one hooked foul.
개인적으로 이해가 안 가.
The 0-1. That misses
근데 그래도
off the
500점대로
outside edge.
복귀했어요. 3연승에서 3연승은 깨지겠지만
Seager checks his swing. Appeal down to third, and he held up.
아니, 잘 쳐요. 얘가 실투를 하나도 안 놓쳐.
If you're not ready for that pitch, you're just going to swing and miss or pop it up, waste the at bat. You're going to let it go.
야, 씨, 이 정도까지 계속 넘기면 뭐
Way back
할 말
there,
없지.
on its way, gone.
잘 친다. 어이씨. 받아내줄게.
It's really impressive how he's able to take an
오.
outside fastball, get around it, and
나이스
hit it with
시고.
authority to the pull side. Most guys are popping up
공이
weakly
수준
to the
안으로 좀
opposite
많이
field.
들어오네요. 42이네요. 와우, 부럽다.
Now back.
자,
Time calls.
진정시키고
The pitching coach makes a visit to the
우리
mound.
더블
One reliever
괜찮아.
still getting loose out in the pen. And here it comes. And a foul ball. And now the 0-1. That one at triple digits.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle. But I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
Next offering misses. Going to count 1 and 2.
그게 집중을 해서 그렇죠. 보니까 조커님 말씀 엄청 많이 하시던데
And a swing and a miss.
타격이가 들어올 수
And
없을
that's that.
정도로.
Ready for the bottom of the
집중할
eighth.
때는
And here
방송이라도
is
그냥 말 안 하고
ace
하잖아요.
crash.
Leading off for
The right-hander back to work.
the shortstop.
And that one pulled foul.
Correct.
사랑이.
At the belt and fires. Fall
아,
off
자꾸
foul.
고블의 토니가.
Next pitch in the dirt. Now 1 and 2.
아우, 잘 맞았는데.
Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one down.
Not fooled at all
아쉽다.
right there. He was clearly all over it. But sometimes you hit
근데
it
지금
too
올스타인데
hard, right
어느
at
정도
someone.
타격은 들어온 것 같아요.
Loop hits to get a knock sometimes.
And
어느
next will
정도
be the
타격은
cleanup hitter,
들어온 것 같아요.
Cedric
Attention,
Mullins.
please. Now pitching.
조스 알바라도 100, 086.
Here comes a pitch. And that one wrapped foul.
아, 거기까지 힘들고요. 한 이 정도만 해도 내기염 상태에서 충분히 가는데 투구가 잘 안 돼. 야, 들어왔네.
Now back.
2 outs, base is empty. And now the switch hitting first baseman Josh Bell. 1 for 3. So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Luis Robert trying to get something
Luis
going for
Robert.
him with 2 away. And a pitch. And that one fouled off. Pitch misses there, and it's a ball and a strike. And 1 and 2. Kicks and deals. And the 1-2 misses to even the count.
아, 씹혔어.
Started after it, appeal to first. Did not go.
씹혔어.
Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. That
네,
is the
오늘
inning.
공지 떴어요. 아, 콜드 게임이야.
13-3 our final score.
비메한테 콜드
Chris
게임이라니.
Singleton and our entire crew. I'm John
정매점에
Shelby
공지
saying so long.
껐었어요.
Time of the ball game.
미국 시간 4시, 우리나라 20시. 빨리 생선 키우세요. 생선을 키워주세요.